All right, another day, another video. Sorry I missed yesterday. Been pretty busy. I'm still busy. Dealing with projects really, and I'm a little bit sick too as well. Uh, Fairly certain I do have a cold, so if I need to take a minute to to like mute myself or just take a little small breather, um, you guys definitely know. But pushing through. Okay, so the whole presidential election yesterday, well, basically when I upload this would be 2 days. It would be 2 days ago, but I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. I mean, given the track record of Kamala Harris and just the Democrat Party, really, honestly, the fact that they took as in the Democrat Party, the fact that the Democratic Party actually took away Democratic supporters' right to vote for Biden by replacing him with Kamala, basically ushering her into um, and well, just basically putting in like a cut in line type of deal. Uh, I mean, what do you expect was going to happen? Especially when we haven't heard anything or haven't heard or seen anything from her for almost 4 years now, and I'm just I mean, not surprising, especially with the non-answers she's given about certain topics, and they were very softball topics that even a child could answer, and yet she couldn't answer them, and all she was doing was laughing. Really, it's like, come on, dude. Then the stuff about her, like, oh, I won't the taxes. I won't let your tips be taxed and stuff like that. And it's like Trump was the first one to say that, and why are you taking his idea? And he wasn't really innovative, and it basically her progress reflected that because there was really little to no progress at all with her. And watching and I did watch all of the election day statistics and all, like watching it live on Anthony Brian Logan's show and all that. Also, I want to give a quick shout out to Greggatron because he inspired me to make this video. So, thanks, dude. But it's well, I mean, I can't put it any other way that I'm not surprised and that the Democrats failed to actually connect with the working class, unlike how Trump did, where he was actually um, doing phenomenal, a superb and phenomenal job of that. You don't like him or hate him, you have to admit that. You have to admit that he actually was. We saw him more times than we did with Kamala, and I can't even tell you last time what Kamala did with doing things in public like that. Actually, I haven't. All I've seen was really her horrendous rallies inviting celebrities, and it's like, why would I want to see celebrities? These people already made it in life, man. They already have like boatloads of money. Why do I want to see celebrities endorse her when they don't have the same struggle as for example me, a middle class man? And this isn't me, being like, oh, support Trump or whatever. The fact of the matter is that it's about like what I've seen actually when it comes to performance. The This current administration has been disastrous. Case in point, during their first year, the whole Afghanistan withdrawal. Why would you withdraw the soldiers first and not everyone and everything. For you know what I'm trying to say. Not why would you why would you do that? Why the soldiers have to be last, man, to make sure that atrocities don't happen. And I can never forget, watching literal snippets of people being hung while a helicopter was flying, and I believe there was like four bodies. While they were piloting American helicopter. I mean, what about the other time I could say with when Biden was routinely checking his watch and was basically being rude to the people who actually died as a result to that disastrous retreat, to the men and women who served. I can't think of anything with Kamala other than she was the border czar. And no, that's not me making stuff up. You can actually look it up online if you want to. I'm not gonna be coddling people and showing them clips here. You have free will. You can actually be an adult and look stuff up. If you have enough energy to watch TikTok videos, you have enough energy to actually type in the border czar stuff, the information. But I mean, that's the only thing I could think of her, that she was supposed to be watching the border, and look how that look how well that went. I mean, I'm not trying to you know like punch down at people with like, oh, you like Kamala and all that. I'm not. It's just I haven't seen anything really good from this administration. I can't think of one thing. I can't, honestly. It's been a complete crap show. And the fact, and during the pandemic, it's crazy. Even then, when I was thinking about when Biden became the president elect at the time, and people were literally out in droves in the streets dancing in public while we were supposed to be in quarantine, but they weren't. But the media wasn't really reporting like, hey, this is a super spreader, as they would say back then. They wouldn't. You know, that's it's ridiculous, man. But my thoughts are that, again, this is not a surprise, especially with how Trump has been performing during 2023. Hell, I would say during the time when Biden became president to now. I have seen more iconic um, photos of him than I have seen with Biden and Harris combined. I mean, come on. And and excuse me, y'all. Again, still sick. And again, it's just I don't. We got there's something we got to address in this country, and it's the fact that people can't discipline themselves enough to uh, just be adults. You've got people literally online, which I will show examples of, just freaking out and using a whole lot of slurs and just foul language. Now, yes, I kind of use some foul language, but I do my best to watch what I say. I try to. But these people take it to a next level, man. It's like creative for them. It's like art. And again, this is the reason why he won, why Trump won, is because I truly do believe a majority of Americans are tired of the bull crap going on in their lives, where they're worrying about the, the groceries, the gas, the repairs for their vehicle. We're not even fully recovered from the pandemic. We're not. You see it every day that we're doing a lot better than those days, but we still have problems lingering from 2020. And you can also look this up, but you can see now with Putin and I forgot the president of China's name. I don't think I can even pronounce it, but they're already ready to talk, which is wild because Trump is not even president yet. He's just a president elect. He can literally croak before January 20th. And hopefully that doesn't happen, because that'll just be horrible. But if that does happen, things will change. They will be like, okay, well, we don't, he's gone, so we don't really have to worry about him, and we can do our own things. Maybe I mean that's what I would think. But it's crazy how he's just a president elect right now, and they're willing to talk. Doesn't that show you something? Doesn't that tell you something that that Biden and Harris severely lack? And Trump hasn't been president for years, and they're already ready to sit down and talk with him about basically world politics. I'm just saying, Trump gets stuff done. Now, will I criticize him? Absolutely, because I don't blindly follow, regardless of Democrat or Republican or third party. I don't. That's just you shouldn't be blindly following anyone. Honestly, you should always question it. Always. Not to the point where there would be some complications, but to the point where if things don't seem right, always ask a question, dude. But anyway, I digress. This stuff, th- just seeing how people are reacting to this in the horrible and just childish manners, it's just, and they're around my age and possibly around y'all's age too. It's heartbreaking almost. And it's not even that long ago that when there was the first assassination attempt, and people were literally screaming at the top of their lungs saying, like, how could you miss? You should have made the shot, and yada yada yada. Like, that's crazy. You shouldn't be and I know we have the First Amendment. That's very important. But still, you shouldn't be like praising that, while praising for him to get assassinated and everything. That's not cool, dude. And that really honestly makes you like a demon. That's demonic, dude. That's evil. If stuff like that were to happen to Biden or Harris, we would hear no end of it. But because it's Donald Trump, it's like there's this like weird sense of like, it's okay, it's fine, it's okay. We'll give him next time or something like that. That's what it seems like to me. And again, this is not me trying to alienate anyone. This is just me talking, just giving my opinions about this outcome, and recapping a little bit of history, modern history at least. With what happened these previous years, and also this year. And now I seen reports that the person who was, you know, putting him through the trials or whatever, is just basically just fired himself. And that makes you even, and, you know, that makes me think even more. It's like, dude, those are it's bogus charges. There, I don't think one charge has really stuck with him. I don't think so. I could be wrong. Put that in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But you know, guys, it's like the stuff that people are saying is the exact same stuff that they were saying during his first term, and his first term came and went, and nothing really crazy happened. Only thing I could think of that something was crazy happening. Well, two times something crazy was happening was one with the whole North Korea, but that was North Korea going crazy and trying to assert dominance and show off. But we, you know, we weren't letting that fly. And two was the pandemic. That's it. Stuff that was out of our, basically stuff that was started in foreign land. Not because of us, but because of themselves. They were the ones who started it. We reacted. But I want to give to some videos, y'all. Again, I apologize. I'm recovering. Literally started feeling sick today. But I wanted to show this. This is from a few months ago, but look how people react. This is the way how people act too. It's like it feels more to like go out and actually make a change, because you're getting tired of people who you're just trying to go into his place and you're trying to wear whatever you're trying to wear. You know, you can wear whatever you want. Honestly, from what I've seen, especially in Walmart, come on, y'all. You know you saw some really eye widening stuff on people if they had anything at all on. I'm just saying. But here we go.
Liberal store worker melts down over a Make America Great Again hat and Trump shirt. Check this out.
I am looking forward to releasing this video because I just want to purchase something.
Off, dude! Off! Get the off in here, man! Fuck, man! You can't stand your racist motherfuckers.
Racist?
Yeah.
It's true.
Right.
I'm not a racist.
He's wearing some Trump bullshit, ass racist bullshit, dog, and said shit. I'm not serving anyone that has to do with that. He's just treason his asshole.
I don't have a problem with you, sir. I'd like to purchase some of this naked vape juice, though, if that'd be all right. All right, see, okay, here's where we're at.
Leave the store.
Here's where you're at.
Leave the store.
Here's
Leave
where
the store.
Here's where we're at.
Leave the store. I don't get. Hey, get out. Get out.
Help your customer.
You see, again, it's stuff like that. And give me a second, y'all. I apologize if you hear anything, but you shouldn't. But you know, it's stuff like that, just encountering, and I have my fair share of encountering stuff like that, where I'm just trying to enjoy my day. I'm not being a menace to anyone, and it's people like that who just go off the rails for no reason, making them own selves upset, and they're adults and they're acting like they're 13 years old. It's it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Just trying to go about your day and you can't wear what you want to wear. You know, it's like when I see and I haven't seen anything really with Kamala and Waltz. I haven't seen anything where in my environment. So, but you know, if I were to see it, you know, I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't. I actually have some family who are pretty left leaning, and I'm not upset that they voted for, you know, for the Democrats. I'm not. There's no point in getting yourself upset over stuff like that. Even when Biden won, I mean, yeah, I was a little disappointed, but I wasn't. going off the rails and like that. No, because that's not normal, man. That's not okay. What is that going to change? Nothing. That in the end, you're going to look like a jackass. Sorry, pardon my French, but you know I'm right about that. You're only hurting yourself getting that upset. That's not healthy. But going on to another video, I wanted to show that this is I'm pretty sure y'all seen this. This is probably one of the more famous ones, famous meltdowns. And I apologize for the cursing in advance.
No! Why? Why? Do you really hate me that bad? No!
And they're and they do say like if like oh do you hate us or anything or you hate yourself that much that you vote for? No, there's no hatred. There's no hatred. It's I'm literally expressing my right to vote. Just like how just like how people on the other side do. They vote. Again, I don't need to be part of some cultish behavior, some mindset. No, absolutely not. This is the United States of America. We had the founding fathers. We have the Bill of Rights, part of the Constitution. We have the amendments. They are the brick and mortar of this country, dude. Of this great nation. I don't hate. No. There's no sense in hating. It's not even a Christian way to even hate. Not saying I'm Christian, but I do believe in God and Jesus. That's unhealthy. It's only going to affect your mindset, your soul, your body, physically and mentally, spiritually too. I don't get it. I don't get why people get this so upset. It's not. It's not worth it, y'all. I have another video as well. Again, this one's more just a little bit longer, just a little bit. And if there's any cussing in it, I apologize. But I'm just trying to I'm just trying to show what I've been seeing online lately.
I really do not like crying on the internet, but I'm not even about to pretend like there's some shit that I'm finna be embarrassed about, bro. Like, I ain't never been so fucking devastated behind an election. And it's just like, when you a black woman surrounded by black men and they say all this shit like, oh, he's not that bad and oh, he just hates everyone, bro. Like, it was my brother homeboy I was talking to the other day, a black man, and I found out that he's a Trump supporter. I'm like, he does not like you. And he was like, oh no, he just don't like everybody. What?
And just to add a little bit there, the reason why Trump resonated more with the black community within these few years is because of the stuff that's been happening. They literally tried to lock him up. They got a mugshot of him. They were treating Trump just like how they will, quote unquote, treat a black person. When that happened, and people were saying before that even happened, people were saying if they do that, they just committed political sewer slide. And they did it, and look where we're at now. They forfeited. They automatically forfeited their the race with that. That was so impactful. Like, that was a historic moment. Not really for the better, but to show and exemplify that if they can do this to a former president, they can do it to you. And that's what resonated with the black community, mainly the black men.
shit? So that's a good candidate for you? Someone who just fucking hates everybody? Like, what? And I'm fucking crying in my room this morning. My brother gonna come up in here and say, what's wrong with you? Like, he can't think of one possible reason why I would be upset right now, bro. These niggas are so fucking, they live on another planet. And it's because none of this shit affects men. That's why. Men don't give a fuck about nothing that don't.
Wrong. We care a lot about things. It's just the people who are power hungry and they go on that power trip. They don't care. They don't care about others. With I can't pronounce her name. Kamala, whichever one. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm not that good with names right now. But the fact that she was supposed to have like these, like these little meeting or speeches at, during election day, and she didn't even really do it. She didn't even hold one. Now she held one today, but it was like, once she knew that the race was over and Trump won, it's like she just canceled everything and just didn't even bother. That's how that sends a signal to those who are actually paying attention that, like, wow, she didn't really care that much about her supporters. I'm just saying.
Directly affect them. If it does not directly affect men, they do not give a fuck. And motherfuckers hating women is the whole reason he got elected in the first place. The first time he got elected, he ran up against a woman. Second time, he ran up against a man, and it wasn't even a good fucking candidate, and he lost. He ran up against a woman again, and he won, because y'all just fucking hate women. That's all it is. We couldn't even get a white lady in office. Of course, they wouldn't go vote for no fucking black lady. And it's like people just, either people don't give a fuck or they're genuinely not grasping how fucked this shit is. And it's just like somebody commented on my last video when I was like in the club, we all crying, talking about, oh, y'all are so dramatic. Dramatic? This is dramatic? Like, this is an extreme underreaction. Dramatic will be marching down to that fucking White House and burning that bitch down. That's dramatic. You don't want to see dramatic. This is nothing. We are fucked.
And it's crazy. It's crazy how she mentions that, but they're the same ones who were talking about January 6th being one of the worst American. I'm sorry, historic. I cannot speak today, y'all. I'm sorry. One of the worst days in America, worse than 9/11, as they were saying. And now that we have evidence, overwhelming proof of what really happened, it's like, no, it was all ruse. I be honest, I've been known it was a ruse from the beginning, because I've seen videos of that on that day within that week. It just there was a lot of bad actors in there. Well, not a lot, but some bad actors in there that were actually planning to do that. And this, of course, this was the year of the summer riots of it, the BLM riots as well. So let's not forget that. But you definitely weren't seeing no MAGA riots. Not really. Let me load up this next video for y'all. And if this makes you angry to the point where you don't want to, you want to unsubscribe, or you don't want to listen, and or you want to dislike it, that's fine. That's completely fine. That's within your right. Just please be fair, and please be honest, and just listen as long as you want to. That's all I ask. Let's not be let's not be disgusting, y'all. Let's not have that. Okay, let's actually be intelligent and civilized people, regardless of being on the left or right, male or female. That's all I want, really. But moving on to the next video. This is more of a compilation.
All right, guys, it's time to go to bed. None of us are stressed about the election, right? We all are gonna just go have the best night's sleep of our lives, aren't we?
That. Okay, they're still using that. So my boyfriend is in the living room watching the results while I'm crying in the bathroom.
I'm done. I'm done. I'm done with you. I'm done with you and your mother and your sister. I'm just done with all of this.
It's not going to happen. Go, Kamala.
Guys, we literally don't even have to panic. We literally don't have to freak out right now. We don't even have to fucking, like, we don't have to freak out. We don't have to freak out because it's not even real. Because, bitch, recount the vote!
Guys, I just voted, and I chose family. Let's end this reign of terror now. I chose family. I chose women. I chose America. I love you. We're moving on. I'm moving on. We're moving on. I love all of this. Let's do it. Let's do this.
Okay. So guy is crying.
It's an utter betrayal for anybody that is not a cisgendered white Christian. If you voted for that man, if you voted for anybody other than Kamala, and you live in one of the states that it was, close, or if you didn't vote, fuck you. Fuck you. I don't want to hear about how shitty your life gets under his policies. Live with that decision. Sit with it. Let it make you uncomfortable. Fuck you.
Again, that's what I'm talking about right there. A lot of nastiness, bitterness, too much wrath and sorrow over. I get that this is a big deal, but y'all, seriously, man. If Trump's second term it is it does become negative in a way, we will definitely prevail. I mean, we will definitely live to see another day, y'all. And because it's his last term. Either way, this is his last term, his last 4 years. And and it's like, look at the current position we're in now. Could it be any worse? Could it honestly be any worse than how it is now? Some of y'all are probably saying, yeah, it could be. Some of y'all are saying no, because we're already in a terrible state. I'm just saying, when you're noticing that you can't really buy a car, you can't really buy a home, you can't even rent an apartment because of how high, just how inflated this economy is, and you're seeing how much we owe other countries, and you see how we went from this certain amount to trillions of dollars. It really puts into perspective how weak this current administration is, the Biden administration, and excuse me, y'all, and just how they allowed a lot of things to happen with the migrants, with the Israel war, with the Ukraine conflict going on. it's really enough to make you think, y'all. Excuse me. It's really just, again, it's a little bit heartbreaking, but it's okay. A broken heart can be mended. And I have one final video to show y'all. This focuses on Raven Simone. You may know her from That's So Raven, but I want y'all to listen to this. And I remember this too. I will not forget this because I agree with what she says here.
I'm tired of being labeled. I'm an American. I'm not an African American. I'm an American.
Oh, girl, don't set up
get your
Twitter on fire.
I'm sorry.
What?
I'm sorry.
Lord. What did you just say? Stop the tape right now. Okay.
I will say this.
What?
I mean, I don't know where my roots go to.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how far back they go. I can't go on, I don't know how far back, and I don't know what country in Africa I'm from. But I do know that my roots are in Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an American. And that's a colorless person. Because we're all people. I have lots of things running through my veins.
I mean, you're going to get a lot of flack for saying you're not African American. You know that, right?
I don't label myself.
Okay. So I want you to say what you really mean by that.
What I really mean by that is I'm an American. That's what I really mean. I'm tired of being labeled.
And I know I let the music play in the back, but I think it was honestly important for the for us to hear what she was saying. And I will never forget that when that happened, when that released, and people were saying, "Well, well, you're not black," and all this and that. It's like that's the point. She sees herself as an American, which is how we should see each other as Americans, regardless of color. Have we forgotten about Dr. Martin Luther King's speech about that? Because it seems like a lot of y'all have. And what's with this attacking of of minorities, specifically Black and Latino men? You know, when Obama basically belittled Black men and basically saying that you're only scared about, having a black woman a black woman as president to basically rule over you in a way. It's like, no, we're not scared of that. What we are scared of is how inept a person is at their job, to the point that they can't even answer softball questions. That's what we're afraid of. And with all these years, with the things that she could have done, she refused. Don't forget about her history too, where she was she was a DA in California, and she was willingly suppressing evidence that just to keep innocents locked up for longer. Again, that's not me, making propaganda or anything like that. That's me telling the truth. You can literally look it up online. But this, I mean, the moral of the story is that we shouldn't be getting so upset over who won and who lost. It's not good for you. It's not good for others. It's definitely not good for the country. And honestly, we just gotta go with it, man. That all that screaming, all that crying, all that cussing, it's not gonna change it. It's not. She conceded. I mean, what else do you want me to say? I can't do anything about it. I don't have a magic wand. I don't, you know, this is reality. This is the truth. This is the way of the country that we're in. This is the state of the country that we're in. A lot of people are tired of just struggling to survive. They're tired of seeing their hard-earned money going to foreign going to foreign countries and not being reinvested into them to make this and to make the United States better and prosperous. Where free money is being given to these migrants who are not even American citizens, who haven't really even studied. I'm not saying all of them, but there is a majority of them who are doing it. They're just taking advantage of the benefits off of our dime, off our taxes. This isn't me saying, spouting out hate speech or anything like that. I'm not threatening people. That's not the way how to do things. I'm just expressing my opinion. I'm expressing my right of freedom of speech as an American man. Who's just like y'all, a majority of y'all at least, middle class. That's it. And before I end this, I just want to show one more thing. And this is a chart. It's the gender, race, 4 categories chart, where you have who voted for Harris or who voted for Trump or other, and you have the totals with the percentages. And it shows this: white men, 39% of white men voted for Harris, while 57% voted for Trump, and 2% voted for third party. White women, 46% for Harris, 51% for Trump, and 2% for other. Black men, 73% for Harris, 23% for Trump, and 2% for other. Black women, 88% for Harris and 9% for Trump, with 1% for other. Latino men, 51% for Harris, 45% for Trump, 2% for other. Latino women, 60% for Harris, 36% for Trump, 2% for other. All others, 57% for Harris, 36% for Trump, and 4% for other. This is an interesting chart. I'm the minority of the Trump voters at 23%. But again, I'm not complaining about the people who voted for Harris. I'm not. And this is regardless that, I already know that Trump won. This is regardless. It's just how it is, y'all. This has always been a fact within our country that, we're always going to have a Democratic president. We're always going to have a Republican president. Before that, it was the Whigs versus the I can't remember what the other party was, but it was just like that too. So that's it for my little lecture. Thank you for watching this. If you stuck to the end, like, comment, share, subscribe, dislike if you want to. It's all in your hands. You have the free will. You can make that choice however you want. Just be respectful, please. Don't try and belittle people or anything like that. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. And that's it for this video, y'all. I'm gonna get some rest and try to recover. Hopefully, I'll be able to make another video tomorrow. Ciao.